Oh, what is that?
Our podcast.
Well, that sounds wild.
Conservation Calls, an awesome Mohammed bin Zayed Species Conservation Fund initiative.
Yeah, but why are we really making this?
In this month's episode,
I had no idea a rat could be this cute.
Kangaroo rats love them.
Wow.
Kangaroo rats play a crucial role in their ecosystems.
But why is it called kangaroo rat?
Hello everyone, or as we say, أهلاً وسهلاً. It's your two favorite adventurers, Noor and Mira.
Before we get to today's awesome story, did you know that the Mohammed bin Zayed Species Conservation Fund has made a huge impact by successfully supporting over 2,800 projects across 170 countries, where they have done an amazing job discovering, reintroducing, and protecting over 1,700 species from extinction.
That's so cool. Today's story is about one of those projects. Are you ready? Let's go meet our explorers.
Hi, my name is Mayan and I'm from India.
Sabwana everyone, I'm Renaz, originally from South Africa.
Hi, my name is Adam and I'm from Egypt.
Hi, my name's Misha and I'm from Pakistan. Good morning, everybody.
What's everybody? Mouse! They're in the corner! Oh!
Haha, gotcha. Don't worry, it's not a real one. Remember when you totally pranked me by putting that fake lizard in my bag?
He's very cute. The fake mouse, I mean. Not so mine. Kinda reminds me of Jerry from Tom and Jerry. Ah, the good old days. Waking up on a Saturday morning, eating cereal, turning on the TV, and watching Tom and Jerry. Cereal. Yummy.
No way. He looks nothing like Jerry. By the way, the fake mouse is not really a mouse. It's actually a rat.
How do you know the difference between a rat and a mouse?
Everyone knows that rats are bigger, while mice are smaller and skinnier with shorter tails.
That's not always true. Check out this little guy. He is a kangaroo rat and smaller than some mice.
I've got a joke for you. What music do kangaroos listen to?
Adam,
Hip hop! Ha ha ha!
that's classic. But this is a rat and not a kangaroo.
But why is it called kangaroo rat? Where did the name come from?
You can totally see it. The back legs are way longer than the front ones, letting them bounce around like a kangaroo. The San Quentin kangaroo rat got its name from the naturalist Lawrence Huey back in 1925, after he explored the awesome Baja California Peninsula.
Hang on, Misha. How do you know so much and none of us have heard about the San Quentin kangaroo rat before?
I may or may not have used my fake mouse prank to set the scene for another Mohammed bin Zayed Species Conservation Fund story, so maybe I know more than you think.
Smart. I'm all ears. Get it? Like rats have big ears?
Not funny, Smile, but did you know kangaroo rats were thought to be extinct for 30 years?
Thanks for the info, Adam. I mean, Google. Your online search is spot on. And they were rediscovered in 2017 by researchers from the San Diego Natural History Museum.
That's Misha 1 and Adam 0.
Let's hear from Daniela Piedras from Terra Peninsular, who manages 2 reserves where the kangaroo rat lives and who works closely with the Natural History Museum to protect the species.
Hi, my name is Daniela, but you can call me Danny. I'm the Biological Monitoring Officer at Terra Peninsular, a Mexican non-profit organization dedicated to the conservation of wildlife and ecosystem of Baja California Peninsula. The San Quentin kangaroo rat is one of the 3 species of kangaroo rat that live inside the natural reserves we manage, but it has some unique characteristic that makes it different from the other 2. It is the biggest and has a thicker and stronger tail, a bigger hind foot, and an extra finger on it. Yes. While some species of kangaroo rat have 4 fingers on their hind foot, the San Quentin kangaroo rat has 5. Its range of distribution is very small. It only lives in the state of Baja California, especially in the coastal rustiferous scrub.
Oh wow, that sounds like an interesting place and a cool home for the kangaroo rat. But why did they almost disappear forever?
Daniela from Terra Peninsular had a really good explanation.
That is true, since the San Quentin kangaroo rat was described in 1925 by Lawrence Huey, who was a very famous naturalist. few researchers made further studies about it because they just couldn't find any more kangaroo rats. After it was last seen in 1986, the Mexican government declared the species as extinct in its wild habitat. The reason this happened was mainly because of the habitat being replaced by croplands to grow different fruits and vegetables. This habitat fragmentation was very big. It affected many other species of mammals, reptiles, birds, and plants as well. After it was rediscovered a few years ago, the main task for us now is to preserve their habitat. But some threats are still there, such as the habitat replacement for croplands or real estate building. Invasive species such as cattle or feral dogs and cats and many more.
I know this might be a hot take, but why should we save them? They totally freak me out. Just look at how I jumped on the table earlier. Plus, don't they carry loads of diseases?
Classic misconception. Kangaroo rats play a crucial role in their ecosystems. They're like little engineers, helping to shape their environment in two main ways. First, their burrows create homes for many other animals. Second, when they dig and burrow, they change the plant life around them. They also help spread seeds by foraging for food and storing seeds in shallow caches, which helps create a diverse mix of plants in the soil.
Oh wow, that's super interesting. So, how can we give them a fighting chance?
Not so fast, Renaz. Relax and catch your breath. Daniela will tell you more on the other side of this.
While Renaz takes a breather, here's something you didn't know about the kangaroo rat.
The Sankintin kangaroo rat, it has a highly special adaptation for the desert living. Like other kangaroo rats, it can survive without drinking any water. Instead, it gets all the moisture from the seed and plant it consumes. Additionally, it has the remarkable ability to store seeds in cheek pouches and burrow, which helps it survive in its dry and arid habitat. This species' ability to live in extreme conditions makes it the rediscovery even more remarkable after 30 years. They also have a very advanced smell sense. Using it, they can find food, other rats, and the same way back to their burrows.
Back to the story. So luckily, there's an army of conservationists and volunteers fighting for their survival, with Terra Peninsular leading the charge.
Yes, there are many threats ahead for the conservation of the Sankintin kangaroo rat. The strongest force to its conservation is the local community. That's why we work very close to doing environmental education workshops for all ages. We take them to the reserves so they can see the beautiful habitats and all the species that live there and be conscious about the importance of the conservation of the kangaroo rats and many other species.
So this is like the Marvel Heroes Unite, where all the superheroes team up to save the kangaroo rat.
Exactly. In the Terra Peninsula story, the superheroes come from all over, academics, scientists, and government, but it all starts with the local community.
Hola, me llamo Beatriz y soy de San Quintín. Aprendí de Terra Peninsular que las ratas canguro toman agua de las semillas que comen.
That's super cool. It's awesome to hear from locals and see how they're getting involved in saving this critically endangered species.
That's not all. To keep the species safe, they're really getting their hands dirty. They can spend tons of time in the field, gathering as much data as they can. I mean, a lot can happen in 30 years when nobody can find you.
Totally. Just the other day, my little brother and I played hide and seek for 20 minutes, and I kinda hid all the cupcakes in my tummy.
Adam, pay attention. Misha, what would they do in the field?
The field works consist on exploring the area, looking for burrows, holes, tracks, or scats that may lead us to the kangaroo rats. Once we find a potential site, we set the traps just before the sunset and then come back before the sunrise to check them. These are called Sherman traps, which are little boxes with a door that remains open until the rat comes in and activated. These traps are perfect for us and they don't hurt the kangaroo rats. As a bait, we use oats. Kangaroo rats love them. Once we check the traps, if there is a kangaroo rat, we manage it very carefully. Take some body measurements, such as waist length of the tail, hind foot, and ear, and if it's a male or a female. Then we put a color mark on their belly with a marker and release them right where we catch them. That's very important. We keep doing that for many nights and we collect a lot of data. Just imagine we deploy 440 Sherman traps during all the field service. That information helps us know about their population status in the area. Sometimes we find, sometimes we don't.
What? They deployed 440 Sherman traps? That's some serious elbow grease right there.
Talk about going the extra mile.
Exactly. It's not the first time we've heard of people using Sherman traps to observe a species. Think about the wildcats and birds in earlier episodes.
Wow, they have been busy. Have they had any success?
Absolutely. Through all these collective efforts, they're making serious progress.
After rediscovering the species thought to be extinct for 30 years, researchers are studying it to learn more about its habitat, ecology, and distributions. Communities are also learning about it to see how they can play a part in the conservation efforts. The San Quintin kangaroo rat is a living example of how nature can surprise us and how people can come together to protect it. It's a story of hope, teamwork, and the exciting adventure of saving wildlife. If you are interested to help, make sure to follow us on our social media so you can see more of the San Quintin kangaroo rat and other species that Terra Peninsular works with.
That's such a cool project. Well done, Mexico.
That's so awesome. I had no idea a rat could be this cute and even look like a little kangaroo. It definitely makes it even more special to protect them. The people at Terra Peninsula sound incredible.
We're hoping in the right direction. I'm rooting for Terra Peninsular for totally jumping on this opportunity. Rock on!
Well said, Adam. Keep calm and hop on. Tune in for next time. We'll be back with another epic story. A special thanks to the Mohammed bin Zayed Species Conservation Fund for helping us make a more sustainable planet. Thanks for listening. Bye!